Recording has to start. You should tell me things now. Okay, so we're just getting started, and we on this first slide. Okay, so what are you saying? What is the number? Mayura, we just kind of warming up for the main questions that we have about this life right now. What do you feel right now? What kind of issues from this point, from this chart, for example, feels right that yes, it is about me? Maybe you have several points. I don't know who I am. I don't know how to solve life difficulties. Number four should be absolutely important for many people here. Like I have to work very hard to achieve what I want. I lived a lot of many years of my life is number four. Yeah, life is about hard work. And what is interesting, the harder I work, the less I receive. So many of us have these points of dissatisfaction. It was some very funny guy. What's his name? Alan Berman, Professor Alan Berman. He did a lot of research on suicide in America. So he actually interviewed people who attempted suicide and survived. You know, they tried to cut their veins and something didn't cut to the end, or a rope was breaking, or who knows what happened, but they survived. And he had this kind of fun job to interview this survival. Imagine what kind of fun job was it. So he completed this research with conclusion. He called it, you know, number three, top three. When all these three things happening at the same time, that's it. Life is over. People go and jump from the window. And these three things is life is bad. I am bad. And there is no future. Many of us have some suspicions about this life. Maybe this life is not completely great, but at least I am wonderful. Some people think life is okay. I trust this world, okay, universe created for some reason, but I'm a piece of shit, okay? I don't like myself. Or I have some doubts. I'm not confident, I'm not talented. Okay, I'm not shit, but I'm at least not very strong as other people. And the third point was there is no future, there is no chance, there is no hope to change this. When all these three come together, people actually lose that connection with life. And that's what also we research in astrology. And I see a lot of people who have a little bit of one and a little bit of two. They're not completely trusting this life and they're not completely sure about themselves. And the hope and the hopes about the future might disappear with the first disappointments. So that makes us, me, my friends, astrologists, really work hard, because I feel, I don't know how many guys, how many of you attended my consultation, maybe different webinars with me on astrology, maybe I consulted you in astrology. But my job to open up to you that firstly, life is not shitty and you are very talented and there is a hope. And we can unpack some resources for you so that you can move ahead, feeling that there is always scope to change. So here, let's dream. How wonderful it would be. Let's just dream if we completely understand our strength, if you know where to go, if we have no fear, anxiety. But imagine for yourself, you wake up one morning, you have no doubts about yourself, you have clarity, you have no fear, no doubts, no anxieties. So your goals are coming to you easily. Life is exciting, meaningful, and the only job that you have is to continuously expand your vision, because you work on something not through hard work, but you do something, you achieve what you want, but it's all happening with a lot of enjoyment in a very exciting way. And you have both exciting business, professional life, you have exciting hobby. Life is bright. Please put me, I don't want, if somebody here does not want it. If somebody here wants to have boring, sinking, kind of gray, stale life where nothing is changed, no, of course, no, I'm making fun here, but that's the aspiration. That's the aspiration here. So what I want to do today is move us a little bit closer to this aspiration, because we have a map. I have a map. You can have a map, or you can consult with somebody who has this map. And this map, your birth chart, it has something what is unique for you, your transformational steps. Transformation means that it's change out of current step into better. I'm sure after that you will get bored at this higher state as well, and you go again to next and again. Next. The whole life is a series of transformations. But your chart shows you these steps, how unique they are for you. Today we're going to cover these 3 steps. Now 1, 2, 3. How transformations are happening. And what do you need to know, and where astrology can help you. And as promised, I will review one person, and for sure I'm going to bring up topics of my own approach, how I teach astrology. Very interesting point. I was speaking to ChatGPT, of course. What is the current trend? How astrology is tracking? How astrology is doing as a profession? And at least ChatGPT gave me tons of interesting materials and facts about that more than ever, no, probably in the history of humankind, because population is increasing, but also proportionally people seek support of astrology more than before. For different reasons. Life is turbulent. Very turbulent, of course. You hear the news every day. We hear something from different countries. It's not like before we used to be in times with no war. Always was some kind of turbulence and war, but right now we have such a strong informational channels. So within seconds we get notified what is happening in Africa, what happened in, I don't know, Colombia. And we feel it. We see pictures of people and children, and we feel life is so damn unstable. What is going to happen to me, to my husband, to my children? So in this kind of times, people more likely to seek some kind of support, guidance. And they're not wrong, because whether time is turbulent or not turbulent, how do you feel? I don't know about this, but you can move through life blindly, kind of on intuition. Just, wake up every day and decide, okay, fine, I'm going to the office, fine, I'm going to do things that I have to do. Or you can create some kind of navigation plan. That's what it was. That's how it is better for me. That's where my soul intended to go. That's why I have this backpack of my talents. For some reason, we got the whole package. You and I got different packages. So something was intended for each one of us. Do you guys believe me that each one of you has some kind of purpose here? We are not here to just live, watch Netflix, think about what to cook, then eat, then poop, then go to sleep. Okay, we are a little bit bigger. Something is there, and for this purpose, you got the package, I got the package. Majority of the people don't even unpack it completely. They accidentally come across some talents, and usually they dismiss these talents as just nothing special here. So what? Everybody has it, right? So for this purpose, from ancient times, there were special people who created these navigations. Shaman, priest, some kind of people of religion, people provided a lot of guidance. Some magical people provided guidance, and also astrologists. Astrology was considered the mother of all sciences. Math came out of astrology. Astronomy, of course, came out of astrology. Do you guys know all this Isaac Newton, Sir Isaac Newton, Copernicus, Galileo Galilei, Kepler, they're all astrologists. If you open Wikipedia, it will say astronomer. Astronomer, say shy Wikipedia, because no, astrology is pseudoscience. No, how can we call Mr. Kepler or Sir Isaac Newton? Three laws of Newton, three laws of physics, very famous astrologist, Sir Isaac Newton. Because what astronomy? Basic economics of that time can tell us that nobody had this luxury to just sit and watch in the sky. Mars, Venus, just out of pure kind of interest. Of course, it was very practical reason for that. Practical reasons were this: seek navigation, seek guidance. They were very wealthy people, usually because we didn't have technology like we have right now. So all these astrologists used to work manually. It will take a lot of time to track all these movements of the planets. God, I'm so happy that we don't have to do it manually right now. We have astronomical science that tracking all the planets and all these our tracking systems, transferring it down to us, to our computers. Computers are showing us live charts where each star, which planet is in this current moment. Imagine doing this by hands. So only kings and really wealthy people could afford this. So they sponsored these astrologists to do all this kind of research. Along the way was discovered mathematics, astronomy, right? Of course, our space programs, we travel to space right now because we understand the space. Like all of this started from astrology. So I'm in a good company. I have a very solid kind of predecessors. I'm very proud to say that what I'm doing here right now, it's a continuous work of super smart people who left a lot of legacy to us. Whatever we know right now about astrology, it will blow your mind because right now in Astrology Academy, we just had this discussion today. People said it's like we go deeper and deeper and deeper in the same chart. And the logic here is not mechanical 1 plus 1 equal to 2. It's a dialectical in the sense that your chart is alive. Chart looks the same, but you have many options to go deeper in the same birth chart. You as the person, as the user of your chart, and me as an astrologist, the person who is discovering you, we can go deeper and deeper. And it's really not an accident, like, whoever created these designs was someone above us. So, ChatGPT said the increase of global interest in astrology, particularly among young generations, and projected me some wonderful global spend. So it's not only India, guys. I know traditionally in India, astrology is very interesting for many people. Now, this is a global numbers across countries, across different cultures. Younger generation is showing significant increase in this science. So who I see Swati here, I see some of my astrologists here, you guys in the right place. You guys, whoever is considering astrology, learning astrology, it is a wonderful time to be because people need this support and people projected to increase their spendings on this science. Why is it? Because also, you know that we have AI right now, and AI can tell you, AI can tell you quite a lot. And many of you probably did some basic astrological charts using online tools, right? And especially would be curious for me, is there somebody who did a consultation with me and also tried to Google your birth chart and read some kind of Google descriptions? You can see that AI or maybe Google, they're trying very hard, but there is some element in the soup, in this recipe. We call it access to some higher knowledge. especially when I consult you one-on-one. I don't know, here in the group chat, we're just having this kind of friendly discussion. Maybe it's not obvious, but sometimes when I consult, I feel that this knowledge is not mine. Like it's not like I'm some smart person here. It comes from somewhere else. And only human has this capability to read it, to get access to this kind of layers. We call it informational field of Earth. We call it noosphere, right? Sphere of knowledge. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. But this is all what we can get through the channel that we call astrology. We just start conversation and the knowledge is going to come to us more and more and more. So, yeah, no, I was just reading because I was preparing for this talk. I was flipping through Instagram, and Instagram astrology is just fascinating for me. It's like I know attempts to make a 30 seconds reel, attempts to translate this kind of knowledge into 30-second reel is intimidating. So people come up with a lot of simplifications. So just be very careful, guys. What do you know about astrology from Instagram? It's a really very, very, very basic view. What is it? Pluto entered Aquarius. Yeah. And I actually have a client who seriously referred to Pluto entering Aquarius for some kind of health issues. Well, Pluto is going to stay in Aquarius in the next 20 years, right? And the last 20 years, it was somewhere else. So, with all my respect, it's like such a slow global movements. No, okay, no, fine. Let's go into our ABC. Let's go into ABC. The point of the chart was to say that human channel, human person is safe here, and astrologists will be in demand, continue to be in demand, and I don't see how AI can replace this because it is beyond mechanical interpretations. And what I teach in Astrology Academy, maybe it will be frustrating for somebody that I'm not going to teach you 1 + 1 = 2. I'm going to teach you this kind of high-level synthesis. Like this astrology used to be, so people who allowed to learn astrology used to be tested in qualities of their character. They're supposed to be older. They're supposed to show some big progress in life before they were even allowed to come and touch this kind of knowledge, right? So, and for this reason, because it cannot be translated as 1 + 1 = 2. Okay, so far so good, guys. Any questions on what we started speaking about? So we can move ahead. Who is feeling right now that already something different from what you expected to hear about astrology? Astrology sometimes getting downgraded into when I'm going to get married finally, when I'm going to have my child I really want. So I have a couple of slides to you today about modern psychological part of astrology, because we are looking beyond these questions. When is not the question is how. What you need to do to get married. Why? What is most exciting is why you're not getting married so far if you really want it. What blocks you? What blocks your children? What blocks your money? Why you procrastinating? So it's not about when I'm going to stop procrastinating. I don't know. If you keep doing the same as you're doing right now, never. When I'm going to have a bigger house. But what are you planning to do for this? Well, if nothing, then never. You're going to sit in exactly the same house. Sorry. Thank you very much. So not like some people will call you, ring, ring, ding, ding, in your doorbell saying, now it's time to come according to astrology for you to receive the package for your big house. Nothing. But I can answer your question is how to do it. So how to solve your life problems, your life issues. It's a system to navigate ahead. So when you solve your life issues, what kind of steps I should take for the future to get faster ahead. Yes, for example, therapy, psychological therapy is also super helpful tool. I have huge respect for therapists, psychologists, but they are using their techniques to ask questions and probe clients. I have a map. I have a cheat sheet. I have a cheat sheet. I feel like I have advantage. I can see in this cheat sheet, I can see it through. I can see the fears. I can see the programs. I can see beliefs in your charts, what kind of belief you have, what kind of program you might have. So it's easier for me, faster to break through. What do you guys think? Shouldn't you learn astrology? Shouldn't you learn astrology? For yourself, for your mom, dad, for your money. Part of our academy is Swati already learning. Swati. Swati, you're biased here. We provide certificate that my legal team was working to get a legal approval from our School of Astrology, our Academy of Astrology has all the rights to give certifications. So you can go ahead and charge people money and call yourself on LinkedIn astrologist professional. All right, I can tell you why not. Typical obstacles. My friends and family will not support. My husband will say, you crazy learning astrology. That's one. It's only recently I was feeling that it's such a something, some shift is happening. Before I used to come to some new group of people and they ask me, what do you do? And I would be happy to say, I'm a coach, I'm a mentor. But some shift is happening. And now I say, like, I'm astrologist, and people around me saying, oh, that's so great. And I'm a manifestation coach. And oh, yeah, oh, wow. And I'm like a numerologist. People like flaunting these strange esoterical techniques the same way like 10 years ago we used to say I'm like a CXO, like I'm the chief analytics officer. Wow, now we say I'm astrologist with 13 years of experience. Okay, all right. So times are changing, perceptions are shifting. Second concern is that I'm not sure I can understand so many new things. No, this is my job and job of my curators to help you. We don't do charts by hand. Of course, you understand this. We use computer technology. If you survive to the end of today, I will show you how we build a chart like in a matter of seconds. The question is not to build a chart. The question is how we read the chart. That is it. That is something to learn. One concern was people tell me, what if I take astrology and I will find something bad about myself, about my future? What if astrologist will tell me I have half a year to live, or I should not take airplanes and I will die in a car crash? No, people have this kind of fear. Do you guys have? No? Anybody here? Or you think you're above this kind of silly beliefs? Mehak, what do you think? No, no, Mehak doesn't have. You already spoke to me. I know you don't have. Okay. Sometimes, yes, Krishna has sometimes. Yeah. Let's talk about it today because it is like a old school astrology that put a lot of emphasis on fate, destiny. Modern astrology, we give much more weightage on our free will. So you will see, I have a little slide on this about modern approach. And of course, you don't know from whom to learn. There are so many people, so many gurus, so many astrologers. That's your choice, said Katerina. Okay. Yeah, this one. Old school believes that astrology has some kind of fixed destiny. So people used to be very scared to hear some bad prediction. Understand? So in our modern approach, we employ duality, that there is nothing good and nothing bad. If I see something in your chart, I cannot simply say, oh, this is okay, don't worry, you have free will. No, it's not like that. what I see in your chart, I cannot qualify as bad. There is nothing that I see in your chart. No matter which Rahu Ketu you have where, I cannot qualify it as bad situation, bad chart. There is no bad charts and there is no good charts. I cannot say I'm opening the chart and say, oh my God, that is such a good chart. Oh, this person must be so lucky. No, no way. Each chart has different elements. Some of them we call stressed and some of them harmonious. Harmonious, they're already harmonious, working by themselves. They don't need my help. Some elements of you, your personality. There is some stressed elements. So here I get excited because behind every stress, usually strong talent. And when we look at the charts of super successful people, the more successful they are, the more we see stress on top of the stress on top of the stress. They just resolve that through some actions, and usually this is the same actions that brought them to success. The dog cannot sit on the nail anymore. The nail is too sharp to keep sitting on the same place. That anxiety, fear, their tension in their chart is too strong for them to keep doing what normal people would do. It drives them to some progress, to the next stages of life, and that's why they're becoming successful people. So we can see the chart as a treasure map that tells us where to dig. Just need to dig deeper. And here comes psychology, modern astrology. You guys know who is studying with me, how much I load you, not just with some technical astrological things. I load you with psychological terminology. We do a lot of ancestry discussions because most of this fear and stress and anxiety in your chart is not yours. You didn't do anything wrong. You inherited. You're product of ancestry systems. I am a product of my ancestry systems. They all had a lot of damage. It's a big system for many, many years. People used to fight and laugh and get broken hearts and stolen money and all this. Many, many interesting lives. And we inherited quite a lot. So it is all maybe not astrological, but it's psychological. It's just astrology helped me to see all these hidden blocks. What we can see actually, what is ancestry? We even can see which ancestor created that gift package for you. We can help to go and start searching for this, unpacking some of these problems. Sometimes in real life, people able to find information about some great grandfather who did something or who got forgotten. Sometimes people get forgotten and they and we inherit their problem. Lots of interesting things, but this short story here, we also assume that every chart has so many layers, and many people live at very basic layer, ground floor. We want to help people to get to higher floor of life. Within the same chart will not change. Whatever you are born with, that's what you die with. But when I take two charts, I cannot say, or just from two charts, is this person is going to be super successful or this person is going to be homeless drunk. Both might have very similar charts. What I can say, that person might be average. That is usually super harmonious chart. Super harmonious, sweet, smooth chart, most likely to have super sweet, average kind of mediocre life. And I don't think this kind of people would be spending their Sunday afternoon listening to this Russian woman astrologist here. They are probably somewhere outside, sitting with their family, drinking some chai, talking, and it's fine. They're happy. Nothing hurts, nothing stressing their life. Chart is okay, nothing outstanding. But if I take a chart of Bill Gates or Elon Musk and Swati Kumari, they will look very similar. And something will drive. And something will create that pull. That no, I cannot sit here drinking chai. I want more. I am not completely satisfied with where I am. And this is beautiful. This is more, for me, it's more interesting. For me, staying in the same place without any changes, without any growth, that would be the most, like the biggest fear of my life. The biggest fear of my life. Old school is saying, Saturn return is coming. It will ruin your life. There is some age of Saturn is coming to you. What else, Swati? What else people say? Which planets? I just don't even pay attention much to this old school view. And it's really not Vedic or Western. Actually, Vedic has very deep philosophical kind of view. It's Western has very strange old school approach to. So it's not Western Vedic. It's really old school and modern school. Yeah, Saturn is going to ruin your life. So what we believe in, every transit, every moving planet gives us the opening. Gate is opening. Do what you need to do. It's kind of hot spot. Life put you on the spot. What are you going to decide? And of course, if person is mostly concerned about safety, stability, just sit on the same bench, keep drinking chai like I was drinking chai before for 20 years. I don't want to stop drinking my chai. Then of course Saturn might, hit and say, go, please try something else. Please go do something. And for this person, it will be biggest disaster. Oh my God. Yeah, that creates this perception the life is ruined as we knew it before. For you and I, we take it, we like surfer, jump on this wave and say, let's go. Great. New wave is coming. New wave of opportunity. Yes? Yes, Manisha, somebody told Manisha something horrible is going to start for next 18 years. Not 18 days. Not 18. Manisha, how do you feel? Manisha, are you still here with us or jumping from the window? Like a Dr. Alan Berman with his patients. No, seriously. Please throw this. Yeah, please. It's not a real astrology. It's definitely not a good client work, and astrology cannot tell you that something horrible is happening for the next 18 years of your life. Again, duality. There is nothing good, nothing bad. There are different options, different openings for different type of actions. Sometimes there is a time to sit and enjoy and drink your chai. Sometimes it's time to push and pull. And we just try to anticipate it and do the right thing in the right time to capture the wave, to capture this tide. Tide wave is coming and we're not going to drown there. We're going to jump on it in the right time. Exactly like a surfer. So a chart is showing patterns, pattern of behavior. Chart is showing patterns of your behavior, and patterns can be changed. This first step to change your patterns is to see them. Chart is going to help see them. We don't see it, it's our blind spot. We think everybody always doing the same. Somebody said something, you got triggered, you got a response, you got a reaction pattern. And you live the whole life thinking, well, that's how it's supposed to be. Maybe my mom used to do it. Maybe my grandma used to do the same. We cannot see our own patterns. Then comes astrologist. Or you maybe learn astrology and you can see it in your chart. Oh, that's why I'm doing this. Or really, not everybody is doing this. It's just my pattern. And pattern can be broken. And just intentionally next time I will not respond in this way because I know I already saw it. Now I cannot unseen this. I cannot forget it. I will not react in the same way. And we can rewrite all these patterns. Good? I like all these stories, some client told me, somebody told me never to use planes because you will die in the airplane crash. No, people really have no mercy to their clients. It's it's not written in the chart. Trust me, it's not because we're supposed to hide some truth. When we read the chart, there is no chart that written dying in the air crash. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Not true. Manisha, please take it out of your head. It can be time of transfer. Most likely, what is it, 18, Swati? It must be that karmic age, half time of karmic age. No, yeah, need to get close to your karmic task, but it's absolutely not horrible. It's wonderful. It's fun. Sign and house, uh, yeah. Sign and house showing evolution. They're not labeling you. You are not a Scorpio, so you're very jealous and you want to have a lot of money and sex. You're not. Like, you are, firstly, you have 10 planets. Each one of them can be used at the low vibration. Like, maybe Scorpio can be manifested as jealousy at a very low vibration. But you, as a high vibrational person, can make it magic, can make it intuition, magnetic power to read people, to attract money, high vibration Scorpios, right? So we cannot live because people got labeled and they actually got very, very sad and very, very frustrated. Well, what can I cannot feel anything. I am a Capricorn. I have no feelings. I can only do hard work. Sad. Very, very sad. Have you guys been labeled like this somewhere? You're Scorpio, you're Pisces. And some people proudly make it part of their identity. I am a Sagittarius. I am adventurous, like geography and travel. And they wear it like some kind of medal of honor. And looking down on some you, just a little Gemini. I am here, Sagittarius. Like we all have different planets and different places and houses and signs, and that creates that beautiful, yeah. I am detached. I am Aquarius. I am Cancerian. I'm also Cancerian. Must be very emotional, very emotional. So these are all old school labels. We move far. Do you think in ancient times some kind of king would pay money to Sir Isaac Newton, who created the laws of physics, whose intelligence was like this, right? To receive some funds from his expensive clients to tell them, you're a Scorpio, you must be very jealous. No, it's because with industrial revolution, when industrial revolution started in 1700s, 1800s, right? It was certain movement against this magic, esoterics, and this kind of. So it started being labeled as not a science. Science is this engineering, no, maybe biology, maybe maybe chemistry here and there, but something that we can touch, materialistic kind of approach started coming to industrial revolution. Now times are making the full circle and we go back to more complicated things, even through the science itself. If you read about theory of chaos, dialectic science, that we cannot explain the whole life as we can explain the chair. Chair is flat with four legs. Try to explain something complicated piece of technology like a phone. You will not be able to explain it like this. Do you know some examples when maybe your father was having a car and the car would stop and your father will kick it a couple of times and it will start? And he will say, I don't know, my car has this character has needs some special, or maybe he couldn't kick you, he would just touch you nicely and the car would start. It's not a joke, guys. It's because technology at this complicated level, it does have a spirit and soul and complexities that cannot be described as a chair with four legs. My father used to like unpack his car, like open some details, then bring it back together. Some details will be left on the floor and the car will still go magic, magic. Complexities, theory of chaos. If somebody is interested to explore this from more scientific approach, chaos theory, modern science, even when they're building some big skyscrapers, right? Some big complicated structures, they understand it will be some element of unpredictability when the whole system is constructed and connected. And those are just technical things. What about a human being, most complex system on earth? We cannot be described as you are Scorpio and I am Pisces here. But free will in relationship, synastry, and how compatible we are. Very common question to astrologists. Old school will say, oh, these two people, okay. These two, no, no, no. We move far away from this. Firstly, pretty much every couple will have their own tension points. Even if astrology approves, there will be no chance that you have a marriage full of bliss. Anybody has a marriage full of bliss? I hope not, because then he's lying to you. Only the biggest liars will always come back home to your wife with flowers. Love you, my dear darling. Give me quickly my subject. It's something fishy is here. If your husband is a live person, or your wife, if you are a live person and you two love each other, you will be always clashing against each other more than with any other person. It's supposed to be this way by design. So astrology can show you the way, like why this clash is happening. What is the specific dynamics of you two interacting with each other? What you will decide, free will, how to resolve it. But when we see challenging aspects, if you come to me, if you are bright and groom, I can tell you, of course, that guys, in this point, you have a lot of agreements, and here you will have a lot of fights. But I believe when you resolve this, it's a source of great growth and a lot of passion. And these couples are much more connected and much more passionate about each other. So different view, again, nothing is good, nothing is bad. When parents is trying so hard to find some husband and wife, those charts that completely harmonious matching, usually going to come up to be a couple with some, it's probably going to be just boring. They just live like a couple of good neighbors. He doesn't care much, she doesn't care much. Nothing between them, no spark, no fight, no problem. Okay, questions, and then we go into transformational steps. How are we doing so far? Interesting? Everybody, yes, from the same sign behaves very, very differently because we have lots of planets in the charts. Completely right, guys. We cannot simplify people into zodiac signs. What does it mean to be transformation? Transformation means try to change something in my life. And whoever tried to change something in your life kind of blindly, you feel something is not okay and you want to change and you try different things. Random approach. Why not? Why not change from IT to marketing? Why not, change from this city to that city? Maybe I should change the country. Maybe I should change wife. Maybe I should change husband. Maybe I should change, my hairstyle. Like random, yeah? In most cases, it will not work because you really need to try a lot of different things before you find what is exactly you need to change to feel happy. Actually, if you start from changing something outside, like country or husband, is most likely going to end up being the same shit because systems around us, external systems, they're just projections of our internal world. And before some change is going to happen inside, nothing is going to change outside, even if you move to Canada. Even now I cannot even use Canada anymore. Look what kind of things happening there now. So I told you guys long time. So our first leverage point, what does it mean? Steps of transformation. Find the leverage point inside you. From leverage point is like, when you try to pull some heavy thing, you need to find where to put your stick. So you can push this lever. So you can open some gate. Yeah. So this leverage point is inside us. And to find it, we are going to look inside I will be very bad astrologist if I just listen to your concerns and say, yes, yes, my dear, from IT, you should switch to marketing. I know for sure you're going to switch to marketing and nothing will change in your life. You still have no money and you still hate your job. What we forget for a second, for the first step, we forget about it. We go into our inner space. We like the space explorer, exploring some universe. It's only this universe is all inside. And how we do it, we use logic. Of course, here, astrology doesn't employ very much magic. It's my personal innovation to combine magic and astrology. But if you just learn pure astrology from me, it's a lot of logic. It just logically find, take a position of observer and look down on your own chart. Chart is reflecting your inner world. So you can see very well all your cockroaches, inner cockroaches, and your mental thoughts, blocks, negative beliefs, everything here as observer, as somebody who is not afraid to find this. What do you think? And because that helps us to understand who is me. Who is me? That is like the first major breakthrough. Put some reaction to me, guys, that you feel it's important to understand who is me. Because here it comes your most resourceful state when you are authentic to yourself, authentic. When you know who you accepted who you are. You even maybe discovered some part of your shadow side and you use it nicely, beautifully, ecologically. Plus, plus, important, interesting. It can be done in therapy, yes. Sorry if any therapists here, but and maybe I'm totally biased, but in my experience, it comes faster in astrology. We see these moments of people saying, oh, that's what it is. That's what it is. It is starting point. It is like, it's like understanding that this body is just temporary construction, somewhere above flying our spirit, somewhere below it's our Mother Earth and all these ancestors and material world below us. And in the middle, there is a spark. And the spark is you, your mind and heart connected, what we call me, myself. It's like somewhere in between, tiny little spark of life, connecting that spirit and material world and all these material systems. And when we cannot touch it, it's non-verbal, of course. We cannot describe what is it myself. It has a lot of layers. And I know sometimes it takes the whole lifetime to discover who it is myself. We never sound connection, yeah, we're never going to be fully completely understanding it, but at least we're capturing little more and more pieces, and every piece of this helps us like to create this magic during astrological consultations. Psychology call it catharsis moments. It call it self-actualization. When you self-actualize, this is me. It's called individualization. As individual, I am this person. It's called shadow research, shadow transformation, when more and more parts of us coming out on sunshine. And this coming out moment, usually even biologically, this moment of, aha, now I understand. It's immediate release of dopamine, serotonin, a lot of great hormones that make you immediately confident, confident, positive. People go out from this consultation feeling, oh, wow, it's just very important. Don't lose this moment. Oh, wow. Right? Either stay in our community or like stay connected, or do something with all these wonderful feelings, right, Manju? So don't lose it, because of course your body cannot bombard you with dopamine and serotonin all the time. It will go down naturally, otherwise your brain will explode. But yeah, it is a side effect, and we we use it for step number 2, because when we understand a little bit of us, when a little bit of me getting exposed, now we can go to second step, which is external steps. Make money, do some art, create something. Wonderful. We'll speak about it, about the second step in a second. But first step is inside. And usually when people don't have it, when there is no leverage point, there is no resource inside, I'm not going to ask you, but if you want, you can put a number here. Apathy, fear to step into the future, doubts about your every decision, not feeling energy to do so. This is all when most of you is hiding under the surface, right? And it's a very sad state. But if you feel like this, Krishna, thank you guys. I just wanted to say on the slide that you're absolutely normal. There is nothing wrong with you. Every single person here can select, at least even right now. Definitely in the past, all of us probably had all 5 moments of all 5. So when I put the slide together, I realized you guys might feel it's something is not okay with you. No, absolutely wonderful, normal, everything is great with you if you have these things. But it doesn't mean that you should sit on this. You are normal, but it's also normal to realize it and to move ahead, to understand who you are, from where you are, why you're here. What is the point? What is the point of this? Somehow people think that all of this is external. This can be fixed through some external change. Just today somebody told me I need more money to relax. No, money will come when you're relaxed. We don't need bigger house to feel relaxed or safe, or stop fighting with your parents-in-law. You don't need to move to different city to stop feeling sad and depressed, right? So change is not outside. Change, oh yes, definitely need to have bigger house, possibly need to have better husband. If I don't have a child, I really need to have a child. If I have child already, maybe I need to have a second child. If I have 2 children already, I need to make them super successful, topmost students in their school. If they're super top successful students of their school, what if they're going to go to London to study? Oh shit, right? So it's like life is non-stop chain of attempts and hopes, and these hopes are just getting broken. That's why I put it on my vision board. People need to know. They're like wasting the whole life on this endless chase of external changes. They're not changing anything at all. So what do we see in astrological chart? We see lots of sticks and signs, but the stick and sign that they're showing this flow of energy inside, where the energy is flowing, where the energy is not flowing, why. We point attention there, we break a couple of programs, we suggest, we'll speak about it, compensations. We'll speak about compensations today. Yeah, we have time. Okay, feeling good? No need to change wives and husbands. We have a couple of gentlemen here. Karen, no need to change wife. It's all okay. They're all reflections of us only our internal world. Oh, yes, of course, I told you I'm going to seduce you. So all these things we're going to cover. Astrology Academy gives you all this knowledge. Foundational knowledge, interpretation of birth chart, understanding of yourself, ability to read these charts for yourself, family, and clients. And after 6 months and certification, start money making. Okay, transformation. Now we can do something outside. Now we have internal. We found point where we should apply our efforts. Now we can pull the trigger. We can pull this lever. We can definitely discuss. Yeah, okay. No, now here I want to ask you, what do you think out of these five? Select one, actually. Select one. Number one, money. Number two, overall daily activities that you feel you keep doing something and you don't like it. Third is where you live. Four is relationship. You live, but not with whom you want to live. Five, you live with somebody with whom you want to live, but these people don't understand you. You feel lonely, misunderstood. Money, of course, our favorite, yes, absolutely. Like imagine all of you, talented people, feel that you have potential. Difficult, yeah, difficult to open up money, very difficult to. So these all external things. So we start with the point one, but astrology can help with external steps also. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm just going to describe to you your inner blocks and help you resolve it. No, no, of course not. Of course, I can suggest money and health and family and love, professional niche, and many, many, many more things. It's just slide is not big enough. For example, for some people, art or poetry or music, not necessarily career. There are so many things in life. But those are external steps, and these are wonderful application to that energy that is getting released. When you find out about who you are, at least little piece comes to the surface. You say, okay, I understand who I am. Apply it to make more money, apply it to your art or to your health, take care of your health, build a beautiful body, right? Healthy lifestyle. So that energy can be used externally, but my job to show a little bit of better direction. There is like so many opportunities for all of these things, like where exactly I should put my energy, my efforts. These kind of things we discuss when somebody comes to me to talk about love. We can see in the chart ideal partner. No, at least I can describe to you what kind of expectations you have about partner and about relationships. And actually, when we do synastry, before we do traditional synastry chart over chart, we always start with just looking at two people. What is her expectations? What is his expectations? And must be a little bit of much. Here, that's how we do it. Not just show chart over chart, might look okay, not very stressed. But when you look, this guy wants to be in a big city with some big social life. She prefers to live close to nature in a quiet house. No, not going to fight on this. So they at least need to know, if they already married, they need to understand each other. They need to talk to each other about it. Because he might think, though, of course, marriage is like this. Marriage is when I have lots of friends and lots of parties. And she might think, no, marriage is like my mom, dad sitting in some little house and close to nature. So they just don't understand each other universe, different universes. So this will help a lot, I think, in relationship with parents, with family. So when we discuss these external layers of astrology, it helps people to understand that there is so many different options. There is so many different points of view, and astrology helps to respect, to kind of show more respect to different viewpoints of different people around us, not to try to change them, but understand that my point of view, for example, about marriage is not the only one. There is so many other equally valid perceptions, because mine is a perception. Mine is not absolute truth. It's just perception that Katerina can read in my chart. So if my perception is not absolute truth, maybe he is not such a bad husband. He just has his own perceptions. And somewhere we can find some interaction point. Money, we speak so much about money. Money blocks, very obvious in the chart. All these fears, all these hidden beliefs. I just need to poke a little bit and say, well, don't you think life is like this? And people happily jump on it and say, yes, yes, I need to work always. Of course, Katerina, you don't understand. In my life, always, my whole life, I had to work for money hard. Money cannot come from me not working. So beliefs, they're getting exposed in consultations, poked. Why I want more and more people to learn astrology? Because you can do it by yourself even better. Of course you can do it for yourself. We just somehow, Swati knows we have a lot of discussions on this. Somehow people don't want to do it with their own chart. They like to have somebody else. Person, Ramya, okay, does a person's chart continuously with decisions they take daily? No, you continuously change. No, chart always the same. Ramya, this is the beauty of the chart. Chart is the same. Look, imagine this. You have a fear, and in the chart, your fear will look exactly the same as potential bravery. I can see that right now you're using this point, this button, to press button and create fear. But I can teach you how to press the same button to create bravery. Instead of aggression, we go into productivity. Instead of what we can see in the chart, instead of suspicion or jealousy, we go into some deep analytical mindset. So chart is the same, but you can use it differently. So that is the difference of our school education when 1 + 1 equal to 2. And some, philosophical books that say life is a complex shit. It's not 1 + 2, 1 + 2 = 3. Does it make sense, guys? Or our school education totally brainwashed us to like, no, Katerina, but how can be? No, must be something in the chart. This is equal to fear. And if you see it, Katerina is going to read. Ramya has a lot of fears. And for the rest of her life, no matter what she does, Ramya always going to have a lot of fears. It implies some kind of neural connection between two important parts of your personality. Right now, by default, it goes, this electric signal goes here, creating fear. If you just take it and put it in a different way, it will create something else. Okay, so chart does not change. How we use it is changing. Why we cannot use chart properly from the beginning? No, I think for two different reasons. One reason that for our soul will be very boring. If we are born already and we know exactly how to use our chart, it's like my favorite example, you are the soldier with some amnesia. You dropped from the airplane to complete some mission and you have a map and you have a backpack, but you completely forgot what kind of mission is this? Where am I supposed to go? Why am I in this forest? How to use this map, I also don't know. So for your soul, for my soul, it will be very boring to immediately tell you, well, don't worry about it. You just go left, right, like you bring back your memory. You're like, okay, let's go. And you'll be done, finished, and what is it? And you die. It's boring. So soul is leaving this soldier in the forest to figure out how to use this map, what is inside my backpack. Oh, I have a torch, I have a blanket, I have why I have it. So what to do with these things? Okay, like this. But in more practical reason, why we cannot use the chart from the beginning, because we brought into family, society, we are conditioned, we got a bunch of limiting belief. You know all these things, guys, right? So the same talent, instead of being used as a talent, getting ridiculed, suppressed, laughed about, somebody has a talent to read people from the beginning of life and tells her mom, and mom is saying, please don't tell anybody about it. It's very bad. Nobody is doing these things. Right? So we're getting suppressed, conditioned, and really topic of a different discussion. But astrology can help you release that. Release and say, yes, you can. Yes, it is a talent. Yes, nothing wrong is with you here. All these things very clear, whatever is on this page, written on the chart in black and white. What is your blocks? How to make 2x? How you money making behavior? How you should be making your money? Fast or slow? Thinking too much, not thinking, making decisions fast, thinking about all steps, different style, different approach for different people. Should you do it alone? Should you better get partners? Should you go into freelance? Should you stay as a homemaker and get more money actually through husband channel? Very rare actually, very rare, but possible. Yeah, so these things we learn to read. We learn to read it. Spirituality is a very big part of consultation always. Now my clients becoming so advanced. It's such a pleasure. First question used to be, where is my money? Where is my husband? Now, no. It's okay, Kat. It's okay. I understand about husband and tell me about this karmic task, the task of my soul. Pleasure to work with you guys. Yes, karmic task will design a lot of, will explain a lot. Compensations. So this, I think, is quite unique for our school of astrology. At least we created more or less structured frameworks about it. Because when we see the stress in the chart, when we try to switch this trigger from negative to positive, we suggest certain set of actions. And here comes knowledge of behavioral astrology, behavioral psychology even. What kind of actions change some psychological patterns in our brain? And this kind of behavior, sometimes very simple, like create some regime of the day. I'm not saying that every single person has to wake up at 5 o'clock, but there is a group of people in whose chart this is like a trigger point to a lot of like chain reactions. And you just need to wake up at 5 and lots of things will start changing in life. For somebody, it's more complicated. Somebody needs to, I don't know, find like-minded friends. Maybe find yourself some creative hobby, learn to swim. For a lot of compensations would be just psychological. Understand, track your patterns, realize what you're doing. And at this point of your pattern, go turn right instead of turning left like you usually do. So compensational astrology, it's not only about what is given in your chart, like Ramya said, no, how it doesn't make sense. If chart is the same and we're making a lot of decisions, we have free will, chart is the same. So astrology is not only about what is given in the chart, but how to change what is given from minus, like a tumbler, from minus to plus. Tumbler is the same. Energy can go in completely different ways. All these remedies we do. I think what is the difference with traditional astrology? A lot of these remedies used to be allocated to specially dedicated people. In different cultures, we call them different names. In Russian culture, we also have here maybe Panditji or some, and they do some external action on your behalf. They pray, they do some puja. No, okay, this is also fine. I'm a very big believer in all this. Absolutely big believer. I believe in Vastu. I believe in all the wonderful cultural things. It's just I'm not specialist in this. I'm not trained on this. I'm from different scientific background. So I feel more confident suggesting for my clients psychological techniques or behavioral changes. So just because I'm qualified in that. If you want to go with traditional approach, it's also fine. At least you know that you need to do something, right? So from my side, what I offer in my astrology, what I can teach you is what I'm qualified to do, and that is psychology and human behavior. What do you think, guys? What kind of negative, what kind of right now, what kind of shit, what kind of negative things would you like to compensate in your life? Maybe it's something inside you, maybe it's something outside, maybe it's event, maybe it's something in the past, maybe it's some fear about the future or something in the current moment. Give me, please, little bit, because I'm talking here for a couple of hours. I want to hear a little bit exchange of energy from you. Oh, Vaishali said ability to take action. Give me something like which feels bad, like some ability to take action. It's very smart that you want to change it, but does it really hurt you? Is it like you wake up in the morning and you're feeling shit, I am unable to take action? Maybe you're feeling like I hate my sister-in-law. Like, what really hurts you? Career not working, in-laws, okay. Yeah. So when we have this unworthy, consuming, not creating, I know it can hurt. When something hurts, it means it was some energy in the chart and it was not used how it was supposed to be used. It was not used according to expected kind of designed manner, how the chart was designed. It was designed in some way for you, and we are not using it how it's supposed to be used. And every single event, even sad events from the past, when something bad is happening to people, when something bad is happening to good people, all these things, why do you think all these bad things happening to good people? Is when the energy in their life is not used where it's supposed to be used. It's flowing to wrong side, to wrong direction. Nobody wants to punish us here. Nobody wants to get us into accidents and problems and money losses and health problems. Life is absolutely on our side. But we being like blind kittens here, we like blind kitten, when kitten is born or puppy is born, they cannot see. They're just looking all over. And you need to take this yogurt and put it in front of them. So and they start eating. So we like blind kittens. And first, initially, when we're young, life gives us this yogurt right in front of our nose. Eat it, because you're a blind kitten. When we grow a little bit, 25, 27, 30, yogurt becomes more far away, more far away. Kitten is like, what the hell, where is my yogurt? Because life wants you finally to get up and start, moving. That's what I did with my dogs. If I keep like pushing food just in front of them, they would never get up and go. So if you feel right now that life is pulling away your yogurt from where it used to be before, it was so nice, everything, when we're 24, 25, life is so good, everything is for us, lots of hopes, lots of energy, brightness, friends, entertainment, getting dressed up, going out. Suddenly, closer we get to 30, somebody is pulling this yogurt more and more far away. It's getting more and more difficult. We got anxieties, we got feelings, we got doubts. What is my purpose in life? For what I'm living here? It's good. It's a life expecting you to open up your eyes, look around, and go for your yogurt by yourself. Yep. Okay. Okay. Just in case somebody is thinking about Astrology Academy, so we're almost going to start reading your chart. Who is here, guys? Congratulations, you survived my famous long discussions. You thinking this is long. Yesterday we had one session for Advanced Academy, advanced level, for 5 hours. They survived me for 5 hours. It's like what you're doing here, no, Manisha, it's exception. Just in case you don't freak out, it's extremely exceptional. And especially the first 6 months, we go mostly 1.5 hours. 1.5. It's just, I just wanted to say that what you do here today is also remarkable. Remarkable. It's extremely unusual in our times that you able to sit here and listen for me to actually 1.5 hours. So big thank you. Okay, so don't worry about Astrology Academy. You will do just great. Sonia, Sonia, this is Sonia here. Look, it is people just like you. They come. Look, they join. Some of them here, Swati somewhere here. Swati is here. They're not different from you and I. If all of us can learn, can understand, step by step, piece by piece, what is the main, very good question, Katie. So after the basic course, before we go to these beautiful pictures, after the basic course, you are able to consult answering all these questions that I put in this presentation today. On this presentation today, we discussed foundational understanding of yourself. We discussed money, health, family, love, ideal partner, relationship, synastry, spirituality, yeah, compensation. So I'm giving you enough for you to start consulting on all these topics. In advanced course, each one of these questions will go deeper. It's like peeling the layers of onions. I am giving you in the first 6 months enough to peel so you don't embarrass me and you don't hurt people and you give them the right answers. Now for that we have exam. Most of people passed the exam. We had 1 or 2 exceptions because of the health reasons, and they actually came back a couple of months later and they passed the exam. So everybody wants the certificate. No, people don't want to waste their money. Next, advanced course gives us most important difference is ability to predict the future. Predict future is not going to be one-to-one, it's a probability because I still believe in free will. But we can predict and tell to the clients, most likely in this point, you might have some thing. It's rather we suggest what should be done to capture the opportunities. That wave that is coming, we don't see it as a risk. We see that next, August, some wave is coming. If a person is not mindful, it could be strange and shaky. So we predict the future so the person see it as coming opportunity and start preparing, doing something wonderful. But for that, guys, to read the chart in the future kind of level, you need to complete 6 months. I cannot take you to that level without completing the first 6 months. It's like you cannot read philosophical book before you finish ABC. You start with ABC, then we start making phonics, then out of phonics we learn to read. In the end of 6 months, you can read the book. So please go read. Now we're going to higher levels. Of course, we need to go in advanced level too. People right now asking me, is there going to be more advanced levels and more advanced levels? Like, I'm happy to stay and keep teaching you. There is no limits to this, right? We can also dig deeper and deeper. We go into ancestry astrology. We spend some time doing parenting astrology. Even in the first 6 months, we'll discuss children charts. What is the difference? How to read children charts? But again, it will be on the top layer. As a parent, you need to know so much as a psychology of the child, and that we have second block. So things like that. Assume that you need to peel the onion and first 6 months. Some people stopped in the 6 month and say, thank you, Katerina, wonderful, thank you very much. Now let me get myself busy. And that is wonderful too. Completely wonderful. Maybe come back in a couple of years, pick up on the advanced course. But it's a lot of fun. We got a lot of friends. People are capable to understand me. This is actually a website. And I'm not going to stay on this chart, don't worry. But overall, this website describes all the topics that we cover, all the topics that will be covered in this course. So please, if you have this intention, I put a lot of reviews here. Yes, even not only this money making kind of profession is important, and people do make good money from this. And as ChatGPT is saying, we all projected to make even more money from astrology. Okay, great. But for me, also, it's super interesting to see big transformations. Some of my friends are joining Astrology Academy now, and they told me privately, Kat, I never had so much appreciation for my family, for my mother, for my husband, as I have after this academy. And before it was fight over fight over fight, because we start feeling that we see their chart, we see our chart, and we understand they're also people. They're also just slightly different. Okay, quickly, wait 1 second. Don't do anything right now. Don't do anything right now. Yeah, Renu is saying, I see different people behave. Now put plus if you want your chart to be read. Okay, Vaishali. Close second. Sorry, I have no other way to do. No, I already read your chart. Vaishali, come on video first and tell me, did I have experience of reading your chart before? Is it your first time? Where is Vaishali? Where are you? Come. Sorry, I need to unmute you. Try to unmute yourself. Yeah. Did we do it before with you or not?
No, with you I haven't done yet.
Okay, then good. Then it's a destiny. Mehak, Manisha, Manjula, we had. Okay, Vaishali, you uncomfortable, please?
Yeah?
You can find some quiet, please.
Yeah. I'll just move to the room. One.
Let's see, guys, how we usually do it. So I want to show you a little bit of process, kind of behind the scene. I'm going to share my screen. We're quickly going to make your chart.
Yeah.
Okay. This is our interface. If you guys can see. Can you see my? Yes? This is our usual interface. We still get to build charts in this interface. We'll discuss how. Don't worry, it will be in English. It's just mine in Russian. Vaishali, give me your date of birth.
21st November 1994.
21st November 1994. Time of birth?
10:30 a.m.
10:38. And place?
Panipat, Haryana.
Panipat, Haryana. Yeah. So after that, this computer processor is making us a very beautiful chart. Vaishali, if you would come to meet me, what would be your main concern kind of in life? What would you tell me? Katerina, astrologist, please do help.
How to start making money? Like when I start doing something, I understand everything. But when it's time to take action, I withdraw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And in what area you tried to do money before? What kind of expertise you used to have before?
I had done compliance work. I have done a job, and then I started my own practice. I have tried working freelancing, then mentoring.
Very good. Excellent.
Now pursuing Vedic astrology.
Oh, wonderful, beautiful. Absolutely. So, look, Vaishali, it's very interesting because what you're pointing about is your current, it's like your karmic task, direction of life will be to become this most influential, growing person, and you start feeling it. But right now you're young, you're very young. You're very, very wonderfully, beautifully young. So, what we believe right now, we do things step by step. And the first step before you pursue all this beautiful growth is to actualize yourself in your family as well, inside your family. And it might be the main contradiction. Always, every chart will have some kind of contradiction. In her case, contradiction is there is so much strength driving her like a little bit a step ahead to the next step, to the future, where she is influential. You actually astrology or Vedic astrology or coach, it will be good because it helps you to work with different energies. And you will be wonderful with that depth, reading people, analyzing people. Life is pulling the brakes right now, saying not so fast, wait a second, because you didn't completely unpack all the potential that you have from your previous lives. And that was ability actually to be more uh, peaceful, materialistic, or like, beautiful kind of Venus energy. Now, you astrology, Vedic astrologist, I can use different planning. So that energy of Venus and Taurus needs to be a little bit felt more. For you, it feels a bit foreign because too many strong planets pulling you into social kind of, where is my career? Where is my influence? I want to grow and I want to make money for this growth, right? So that invisible force that you described that pulling you back is simply your first step of your karmic task. Unpack what you already have. So it is the, and please interrupt me because you know how I can talk nonstop.
Yeah.
So if you feel like you need to ask me some additional questions, please interrupt. But of course, the basic thing that jumps here on this chart is this contradiction of, and you have it, and this is what we call kind of blessing in disguise. This chart, if you guys see it here, it has a lot of positive aspects as well. This triangle in the middle is rare. We call it some golden triangle, right? Very symmetrical, beautiful picture. One part of this triangle, this planet Venus, is responsible for her first step in life, unpacking materialistic kind of enjoyment of life. When you don't need to dig into brains of your clients with your astrology or coaching, but simply sit on sunshine, put some flowers around, basic female energy.
Nice.
Male energy within family, actually, inside your house, decorate your house, I don't know. Enjoy shopping and massage. And if I tell it right now to Aisha, she say, no, shit, Katrina, seriously, like you are killing me here.
No, I'm doing these things. I actually enjoy all
Okay.
of those things. We recently shifted into the house, so we are continuously doing decor and all those things. I sit in sunshine and I'm doing all of these things, but still, I cannot go with the routine or, if I try to follow something, it doesn't work like that. No, even for the daily regime, if I say, it doesn't work. Even at home, not chasing the goals or anything,
Mhm.
so that is one thing. Emotional kind of turbulence is there.
What kind of things you continuously change in your life? Like I understand beautiful house, innovation, decoration. Where you kind of innovate, where you have that spot, where you try new things that otherwise you'll get bored.
So
Otherwise you'll.
currently, we are doing it with the furnitures. I'm getting everything customized. We are exploring different places, and then I'm picking, designs of fabrics and everything. So all of those things. Even in kitchen, I try to do my own kind of stuff with the makeup and with the room decor also.
Mhm. And that is one of your, so number one, it is that if you do it in life, if you do it more. Because if you still describe, you do it all these things, but still emotional kind of disturbance remains. Because in this chart, you have very strong energy of, be this change agent. Uh,
Hmm. I have.
around you, and if it's not happening maybe to that degree how you would like it to have, look at this, like it's a
Hmm.
strong lot of planets kind of above horizon in social areas. So
Hmm.
maybe innovation in the kitchen. It's just not making it, it's not strong enough because some element remains unused. When you
Hmm.
tell me that emotionally, I want some, like some disturbance. It
Even
will,
in terms of coaching, I'm trying to bring in, like, I read about the cultures also previously, spirituality and all those from our own stories. The
Mhm.
stories that I've learned from my grandparents, and then I'm taking up, recently started reading about NLP also. I'm trying to create something out of it for the corporates, like bringing holistic living out there. So
Yeah,
yet to innovate that, but I'm working there.
yeah. Okay. And what is your partner saying about all these beautiful ideas? Social.
Detached, detached, like not stopping, but not participating in that.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's fine. But what is he saying about your idea to be the biggest, most expensive Vedic astrology coach in India? To put it on your Instagram. I just saw some interesting profile. He said, I'm the most expensive Vastu consultant in India. What about Vaishali saying, I'm the most expensive Vedic astrologist in India? Well, how would you, your partner, how would be his reaction to this?
As of now, since I haven't been able to create anything, it's like she's just learning and doing and not bringing any results. This is his attitude, that you're just doing the time pass.
Mhm. How do you feel about it?
It feels bad. I feel like I can do a lot if he gives me that kind of validation or support.
So how we usually work with this? We trying to find you're the coach yourself and you understand all these coaching techniques, but we going to say Vaishali, and you need to write it down on paper and say, and I am enjoying it. He does not support. He thinks I am I'm yet to prove myself. Then why I'm enjoying this? Why I'm enjoying this treatment from my partner? What is this S&M enjoyment for me? What does it give me? What kind of resource it gives me? Maybe it gives you a little bit of extra time to sit back before you fully put yourself, because intensity is high and you could have completely go down into that route very fast. So maybe resource from this disappointment with partner is actually that it gives you a reason to sit back. Maybe something
Yeah,
different.
it's more like tying me to a pole, so I just don't go run fast like it is there.
Yeah, so for many generations of your male ancestors were doing the same kind of to their partners, and you obviously chose appropriate candidate to join seven generations of your uh, grandparents and not grandmothers, grandfathers mostly, who lived with that belief. So firstly, life is a pain. I need to fight and I need to grow, and life is a fight. And Vaishali is saying, yay, I'm loyal to my male ancestors actually. So, but I need to bring a boy to the family so he will match our group of our bodies. Come, bro. Bro comes and bro saying, okay, so what do I need to do? And soul of Vaishali saying, look, you need to slow her down a little bit. Like not so fast. Little bit
Mhm.
garden, little bit kitchen renovation, and all this energy inside her brain is boiling right now. It is too much here.
Yeah,
I need to use it for this life. So
yeah.
into this, you really have only a couple of things kind of. So first is this appetite for life here, gigantic appetite for more and more ambition life, which is wonderful. It will bring you very high. Any traditional astrologist will say, oh wow, nice chart, nice chart. Yes, career here, like CEO in front of me. No, you don't have to be CEO, but you really need to solve a couple of things. uh, Dig more into male ancestry stories, especially
Mm.
male line seems to be actually cute, kind of stable, beautiful, beautiful and stable and happy in their stability. I don't know. Males seem to, number one, not really appreciating that, and number two, feeling of that life is a continuous fight. And
Mm.
if I tell you, no, don't worry, slow down, it's not what you want to hear from me. You would like to hear where I can go faster, where I can grab more.
Yeah.
Okay, and you write it on paper and say, and that is just my belief. That is my okay. And as soon as you do it, life is saying, okay, she get it, she got it. We can go easy on her. And open up some, if you're specifically asking for money, no, of course it will come from more innovation, from whatever innovation techniques you're doing, you're on the right track. So money is coming not because you're not doing what you described is right on, especially if you use a lot of kind of mental innovation. You're cooking, continuously cooking something different, something new for us. Keep cooking, that's your money.
One thing that has been persistent is the menstrual issues, extreme of them. So, what could be the reason for that? I have tried different medicines and nothing seems to work. Reports are always normal, but that is a big issue for me.
It's that denial of your female nature. Like you're very loyal to the male ancestors. You took a lot of talents from them, but that it's like inside your brain, inner male is fighting inner female, and inner female is losing right now. And that bleeding is like this cry for help, right? You do this house, sit on sunshine, but you do it kind of like inner male inside your head saying, what the hell are we doing here? Like inner male Vaishali is telling inner female Vaishali, the wastage of time. So you need to find that peace, male, female, yin and yang. Tell him to stop bullying her. It's so of course psychosomatical. I don't see like you have nice peaceful moon here and your health issue. No, moon again female. It's like female part of you. I would not see any problems if I just look at the chart. I would not see problems from female part. But I see that male part is not liking it very much. Right? Each one of us have male and female. So work a little bit more on your passive energy. Passive, not active. Active you have. Passive is that where you can take a step back, breathe and do nothing. But sincerely, not like I'm doing nothing and I'm hating myself for this, right? Katerina, how long should I sit here? Put a timer on this.
This is a persistent feeling like I need to find something, a job, or I need to start my practice. This is the thing, like I wake up with the guilt and I sleep with it, that I'm not doing anything. I'm learning a lot, exploring a lot, but still it's like I'm not materializing anything. So that constant guilt is there.
It's very interesting because it's actually your. So there is one karmic task you got from spirit, your soul. That's fine. Move out of female kind of house, but first please discover female, then move from her. Yes, that's fine. And you'll do it brilliantly. I know because too much on that social side is pulling you there. But the second task is ancestry karma. And ancestry karma is stop this fight. Stop the fight of males and females. It doesn't mean that you suddenly obey your husband. It means that inside your head, you as a psychologist, you as a coach, find a way to make some peace between your active male part and your soft female part. Appreciate that you are a beautiful female. Look, in the beginning, I said, oh, Vaishali, how beautiful when I saw your video, and you like, phew, Katerina, I'm not here to discuss that, right? Right. So let's talk about real things here, where I can make money.
Yeah.
So that is the main kind of conflict here. It's fine. You have a lot of good things here, right? You know this. I don't need to tell you this thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little bit like this. Of course, if I will be one-on-one with Vaishali, we can dig a little bit deeper. It's not a little bit, Renu saying, is it about daydreaming? Look, passive energy can come, try to be creative. It has to be passive energy where you feel really interesting, kind of excitement from being passive too.
I'll figure it out again.
Absorb information. Because I know if I suggest learnings and books and lectures, I know because I've been in the same situation myself, I know you immediately convert it into how I can make money from this. I learn something from Kat, I will have some notebook and I write, okay, in my teaching, in my course. So you will not.
It's more like an obsession right now. I'm either reading or attending one training, jumping to the another. It is kind of obsession right now.
But you do it not for the sake of absorb energy and sit back and relax. You do it to
Hmm.
take it and give it away. Take it
Yeah.
and give it away. How more I can give.
Hmm.
So you
Right.
need to find where you can, maybe it's a physical activity like swimming or somewhere where energy comes to you, but you cannot find the money channel out of this. Hmm?
Yeah.
Music, music.
Some days it works.
You can do some creative music, creative from yourself. Create new music. It might get you engaged in the present moment in exactly this passive energy without trying to
Hmm.
monetize it.
I do try to write poetries at times in these moods, like it flows at times, but not always. Like
Mhm.
dance is something I enjoy when in that feminine kind of mood.
Yeah, that's actually in your chart is quite close to that moment of just being in the moment, just be here and now without any second.
Are you 5 minutes?
Okay, Mama Vaishali. Good, thank you very much. And I hope you guys understand it's a very public display, so we are not going to, but I think we actually dig quite nicely. Here it's a great chart, very talented person here, so all is good. But health issue, it's a manifestation of that inner fight. She's being bullied. She's being bullied inside you, by yourself.
I try to pamper her.
You need some respect, and 7 generations of your female ancestors is right now waiting. Vaishali, you are the girl for us to help us to rectify our past, where 7 generations of males were like against us. Okay?
Is it like intuition is also very sharp because this is the line that I said to my mom like almost 12 years ago, that there's a purpose that I have to go to that place and
From mom, from dad, from intuition, of course, is very big here, part of you. But you have both sides. You have intuition deep down, and you have intuition to the
hmm,
cosmos. And well, I don't know which one is stronger. Here, both are equally interesting. So try to
hmm,
combine them. But you will not be able to take a full use of your talents because it's like you need to find inner peace first. Because
hmm,
life cannot open up everything for you. The box of treasures is like nuclear bomb. And you just right now you can just blow up too much. So life is expecting you to find better balance with your female side, and then it will open up more of your intuition too.
yeah, right.
Okay.
I'll work on that. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much for
you
being
so much.
brave and sharing it with us. All right, guys, any last kind of questions? And I actually have one question to you. I usually ask it, it's our tradition. I ask it in every single lecture in the end. Please, this is your energy exchange for me. What are you going to take home from today? One or two main points. Something that strikes you most when you look back into last couple of hours. You spent 2 hours of your time, of your life with me. I hope it was useful. So, in what sense? What what do you want to take home from this most? Empowering astrology. Krishna, when time of birth is not known, we go ask mom approximately morning, evening, afternoon, and then for now I can rectify it. Later, advanced course helps you to rectify your charts, but it's advanced astrology. It's not basic. So for now, I'm doing a lot of rectify. If you are my client, I will rectify it for you. Rectify means find out more precise time from approximate, taking from mom, approximately was sunrise, so maybe it was afternoon. So we'll start from where we can start. Okay, find your inner peace. So imagine, yes, inside is your kingdom. And inside this kingdom is where you are the queen or the king. And there you have to start the changes, not moving around houses. Yes, understand myself. Thank you very much. You and your free will. Renu, yes, thank you. See, I think this is the biggest difference. We are not taking deterministic approach. There is no such thing as fate. Nobody cares about your fate. How boring it would be for your soul to come to this life and follow some kind of fate. What is this? It's not a fate, it's a computer game. You are the player here. Find your leverage point. There is no good, there is no bad chart. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful. Curiosity goes very, very deep. Mayura getting pulled to understand it more. Yeah. Trust me, I need to give you warning. It is very addictive. Once you start digging into this and we do it together and you have great group of friends who do it with you, it is very, very interesting. I think I'm really liking this, that how much we understand our people. Yes, I will try to share this recording. Yes, absolutely. Yes, we understand our people, our friends, our husbands. We understand our countries. We understand our neighbors. We understand that everything in life makes sense. And that creates a lot of inner peace. Thank you, guys. Okay, I got your energy exchange. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. See you soon. Stay connected. If you have any questions, you know that you send me direct messages. I always answer. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you, guys. It was actually a big pleasure for me as well. See you here. So many familiar faces. Harsha is here. Mehak, Mayura. Love you. Have a great Sunday.